percent increase, yun ang napili ninyong taasan. How about the other cases, no?
Actually, Mr. Chair, sorry, Mr. Chair. Actually, meron kaming benefits committee, no, which is chaired by Sec. Herbosa also, no. Actually, the benefits committee, kami doon po natitake up po, pinag-aaralan lahat ng mga benefits na up for increase, no. And then before it's brought to the board,
sila ang nagde-determine sa pag-increase or pag-improve ng benefit packages at pag-introduce ng mga bagong programa o bagong benefit packages sa PhilHealth. Sila nag-aaral or
actually it emanates from the EXECOM and from our health finance policy sector, no, and BDRD, and then doon pumupunta and then sa board po. Actually, Mr. Chair,
sino pong
what we
EXECOM
can do-
ninyo?
Sa EXECOM po, we are composed of I chair the EXECOM, no, and then we have all the senior officers, the senior vice presidents, the COO, and then the senior vice president.
Ito yung EXECOM. Excluding the board of directors dito sa EXECOM.
EXECOM is all PhilHealth po. Parang executive committee po ng PhilHealth. Actually, Mr. Chair, kung may oras kayo, maybe we can ask Dr. Ish Pargas, heads our health finance policy sector. Siya yung in charge po sa lahat ng mga enhancements, increases ng benefits. Maybe he can walk you through,
Yes.
Mr. Chair, very quickly how the policy works
Kindly.
and with the reviews, no? Is that okay, Doc?
Can you, you can take this,
kasi marami.
You don't have to stand up, Attorney Eli. You can take this seat.
Kasi Mr. Chair, I recall in the last hearing, marami kayong questions, gaano katagal,
para
proseso.
maintindihan po ng Pilipino. Kung
Yes po.
sabi ko nga, pakilagay po. Sir, kindly, Dr. Ish, introduce yourself.
Good morning, Mr. Chair. I am Dr. Israel Francis Pargas, the Senior Vice President for Health Finance Policy Sector, Mr. Chair.
Dr. Ish, ang tanong ko lang, kasi sinabi ni President Ledesma nung first or second hearing namin, sabi niya it would take time for us to review the 9,000 benefit packages. It would take time for us to review the proposed case rates. Actually, iba-iba nga yung sinasabi niya. May 30%, may 50%. Now, you came up with the 50% increase. That's good. That's very good, no? Kaya palang, bakit nagawa ninyo nung Disyembre? Ba't hindi nyo nagawa nung umpisa pa lang po ng taon?
Mr. Chair, we had two parallel directions in increasing our benefits. One is through our benefit development protocol, we prioritized the case rates, which were actually the top burden of diseases or the top 10 leading causes of mortality and morbidity. That is composed of the pneumonia, cerebrovascular attack, the heart attack, and dengue, and then the rest. That will take a lot of time because we did the costing of every diseases and we did the research and got the data from all the hospitals. So that will actually take time. However, we did another direction of increasing the benefits across the board, and that is the 30% and the 50%. So those which are included in the 30 and the 50% are not part of the prioritized case rates for rationalization. So the 30% and the 50% is a faster way of increasing the benefit because hindi po namin kinost ang bawat isang rate, but rather, for example, the 30%, what we use is the medical inflation rates for the
Ibig
past
sabihin, itong
20
across the board na 50% ninyo, this is across the board lahat.
Yes po. Yun pong natitira.
Effective this year.
Yes, sir. And the 50% also.
So, 9,000...
a little less than 9,000, Mr. Chair, because the exemptions are those which are being rationalized.
So, across the board, 50% sa 9,000 case rates.
Yes.
A little.
Yes, Mr. Chair.
Iba rin po yung
Mr. Chair, sorry.
Iba rin po yung merong 1,600%.
Yes, Mr. Chair.
So pinag-aaralan nyo case to case kayo.
Case to case po.
Go ahead po.
Sorry, Mr. Chair. When we say, actually kasi yung tamang terminology what we use, and feel free to correct me if I'm wrong, Doc Ish, no? We use almost across the board because it means almost all of the 9,000 case rates except the ones up for rationalization. So parang pag sinabi niyan, yung ginawa naming Mr. Chair, 30% last February 14 and 50% last month, almost across the board means almost 9,000 ang total case rates that were enhanced. Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Dapat maintindihan po ng publiko ito at ng mga kababayan natin. Baka kala nila, wow, 50% ang tinaas. Ang laki. Pero, for example, no, just citing one case. Sa isang provincial health officer ng Camarines Norte, nung na-admit siya, 4 million yung kanyang billing, hospital billing. Ang sinagot ng PhilHealth, 27,000. So na-admit siya muli, 29,000 ang sinagot ng PhilHealth from his 6 million hospital billing. So ibig sabihin, a total of 10 million, ang nasagot is about 57,000. Less than 1% lang itong sinagot ng PhilHealth. So kung tataasan niyo ng 50%, kukompute mo yung 57,000, 50% ng 57,000, that is 28,500. So i-add mo yung 57 at saka 28, that is only around 85. Maliit pa rin, less than. So yun yung tinutukoy nyo. Baka akala ng tao, sinagot na ng PhilHealth, 50%. Pero dahil less than 1% lang yung sinagot ninyo, in-increase nyo ng 50% yung less than 1%, that is still less than 1%. Am I correct, Dr. Israel?
Yes, Mr. Chair.
Maliit pa rin.
Maliit pa rin po, especially for those cases na talagang malalaki yung nagiging gastos. But what we are focusing also right now is to expand on our catastrophic cases. That's why nakaplano rin po, other than of course, yung mga nauna na heart attack, kidney transplantation, is nakaplano na rin po for us to review all our benefit packages, especially for cancer, for heart surgeries po, para po dun sa mga medyo catastrophic cases, malaki po yung magiging percentage ng ating magiging benefit, Mr. Chair.
Iusap ko lang, sabi ko nga kay Mr. Ledesma nung July pa, sa earliest July, bilisan nyo yung pagre-review. Sabi ko na, nakaya nyo nga sa isang araw nung December 16, aprubahan po ng board ng PhilHealth yung pag-i-increase ng case rates. Dahil nag-panic na kayo, pwede nyo naman gawin sana as early as January, hindi kayo magkakaroon ng excess funds. Hindi kayo magkakaroon ng excess funds, hindi lolobo ang inyong reserve fund. Kung wala kayong excess funds, walang kukunin yung National Treasury na sobrang pondo ninyo. Sana, inagahan ninyo yung pagpaplano ninyo para wala kayong excess funds, inagahan ninyo yung pagpaplano ninyo, hindi lolobo ang reserve funds ninyo, kung ano lang yung naayon sa batas na kailangan na magkaroon kayo ng reserve funds, yun lang sana ang i-set aside ninyo. Tinanong ko po yan sa inyo, Mr. Ledesma, last December. Diba, tinanong kita kung inagahan nyo sana pagre-review, inagahan nyo sana yung pagtataas ng case rates, wala kayong excess funds. Hindi sana mawawalis ng National Treasury. Am I correct?
Yes, Mr. Chair. Actually, Mr. Chair, just to add also to what your comments earlier, that's why with our discussions sa Execom with Doc Ish, no, that's why we are focusing on the aside from the across the board increases, we are focusing more on the top 10 most common diseases. And then dun namin talagang tinataasan, no, the top 10 most common diseases by morbidity and mortality. Kasi yun ang talagang kailangan po ng mga taong bayan eh, diba? So doon kami nakafocus.
Yes, ang punto ko kasi, sana hindi kayo umabot sa punto na magkakaroon kayo ng excess funds dahil ginamit nyo na sa pag-expand ng benefit packages ninyo. Kung inagahan nyo po ang inyong reforma, inagahan nyo ang pag-expand ng benefit packages, inagahan nyo po ang pag-increase ng case rates, di ba wala sana kayong excess funds at hindi lolobo ang inyong reserve funds? Tama ba ako, Mr. Ledesma?
Yes, Mr. Chair.
O, di napakinabangan ng mga kababayan natin at walang pangamba. In-explain ko na nga kanina kay Dr. Israel Pargas. Maliit pa rin, di ba? Sobrang liit. That is less than 1% pa rin ang sinagot ng PhilHealth sa hospital billing. Kahit tinaasan nyo ng 50%, still less than 1% pa rin ang sinagot ng PhilHealth. So, andyan pa rin yung pangamba at takot natin magpa-hospital. nakafocus kayo dito sa top 10 mortality diseases. Okay naman po